Friday night at Stamford Bridge isn't a blockbuster. It's a crash test dummy run to see whether Amorim's weary Reds can survive 90 minutes without shedding hamstrings or confidence before Wednesday's Europa League Judgment Day. Sir, they're going to be coming out of the blocks hot. How are we feeling before this match, before the match? Stamford Bridge, Friday night, but it's all about Europa League the following Wednesday. How we doing?
Can we just forfeit a game here?
We're
Like,
good.
like the Euro injury is very concerning for the final, especially when you look at who we have and who can play center back. So at the end of the day, don't get injured. Maybe more rotation here. The manager, I felt like he failed the West Ham test. I'd like to see maybe the same starting 11 from Bilbao just to kind of give more stability than sub early. And instead, I thought he changed too much. And that probably gave the Reds even less confidence, invited more pressure after bottling that because we put on like Ahmad at wingback, for example, led to, more exposure defensively. And then losing that game, pressure is on at United. And I just think we have to get into play a conservative Casemiro Ugarte midfield, lock it down, and then rotate heavy into the kids, and then just say our focus is on the final. I felt like we almost invited too much by playing such a strong attacking side versus West Ham. I think we need to do the opposite versus Chelsea. Don't get embarrassed. It's on to Cincinnati.
It's on to Cincinnati, indeed. Cincinnati is the metaphorical final that we're thinking about, looking forward to. Like you said, I think West Ham went as badly as it could have. We made all these changes. We got an injury, we don't know how big it is yet with Euro, but he's definitely a player that if fit, he would be starting that final. And at the same time, you made some changes. They didn't work out. That doesn't help our confidence. So for this game, it's all about avoiding injuries. I think there's an approach, like you said, you start like something very similar to probably what we'll be playing on Wednesday in Bilbao against Spurs, and then you make a bunch of subs at halftime or as soon as appropriate, depending on the player. I don't know how he plays this one, or you just make the subs from the beginning and just say, hey, I'm going to rest Mazraoui, I'm going to rest Casemiro, I'm going to rest those types of players who I need fit and firing for that match down on the north side of Spain. So I'm nervous. I'm nervous about everything that has to do with Manchester United this day. I'm sick of watching them in the league. The league performance has been so poor. We can't score. We give away the shittiest goals, and Chelsea are flying at the moment. They're pushing. They're in a Champions League spot right now with fifth getting them Champions League. And they're playing good football. They're scoring goals. They're doing all the things that we're not doing. They're also playing in a final against Real Betis and Anthony. But I'm a little nervous about this game because I don't want another big L, a big L sandwich before our final.
It's the way that you get the L, right? So West Ham was a big L. Maybe the scoreline wasn't, but just how it looked, how he lined up, how he reacted. It was an absolute shit show. So for what we need from United is a professional performance. You can have a loss and you can have a professional loss. Where ultimately you have the starters go 45, you heavily rotate into kids and be like, hey, we're thinking about Bilbao. That's why we're rotating here. Obviously, Chelsea pushing for top four. They're going to be like guns blazing. I don't know what you do with Onana here. I think the Onana not playing is one of the strangest things I've ever seen in my life as far as professional football goes. I've never seen a starting keeper give up their starting league position because they're so shaky. Like it makes no, think about it. Onana is literally being saved for a cup competition because he's so bad. He might all of a sudden like bottle it against Chelsea or have a howler and then ding his confidence for the final. So they're literally just like not gonna let him play until a final. It's like I've never seen that ever in my life. We this team is turning into like I think this team is a joke. I honestly think Manchester United has turned into a joke. It's such a joke that fans of other clubs don't even make fun of us.
It is nice.
It's like we're so horrible.
I don't even. We get
And you
no banter.
Arsenal, you can kind of come up with some things on Arsenal because they're actually trying hard and like, but they're just not winning. So there's a lot to go after them.
And the
United
manager.
is so horrible that even our manager says we're the worst team ever. So let's just not get embarrassed Friday. Let's not get injuries. Let's focus on Bilbao.
Let's get into that game. Like you said, all eyes on Bilbao, but let's not get embarrassed. I think you said it. You're like, they're not going to play. He's not going to play Onana because he doesn't want him to have a howler. And then now he's not playing Onana. So you know what? If
I've
it works,
never seen that in my life.
well,
I've never
you don't
seen
get the
that.
finals with a goalie that plays as badly as he has this year. I don't even know how we were getting to this final in the first
No,
place.
but you're saving the bad goalie for the final? Like,
well,
what?
Bayern
Like,
Beer's not much better.
keeping him on ice?
Tom Heaton.
Keeping him on ice?
Tom Heaton.
Keeping those howlers on ice? Like, what do you
Tom
mean?
Heaton in. I take
Like,
Heaton,
what do you
bro.
mean, bro? Like, how do you mentally walk through? Oh, you're so good. We got to save you for the final.
We're saving you. We gotta keep you. We gotta keep you on ice. Let's get into that game. Chelsea versus Manchester United. Game week 37 of the EPL. There's only 2 left. Thank God. Stamford Bridge, May 16th, Friday, May 16th, 2:15 Pacific, 3:15 Eastern. Some factoids about this game. Chelsea at home, flying, riding a 6-game unbeaten streak in the league. United, by contrast, worst domestic campaign since 71-72. 17 league defeats already on the docket. But Chelsea haven't beaten United in a Premier League match since Morata's header in 2017. So it's been a run of 14 league meetings. But then again, our record at Stamford Bridge has been poor. We have not won since our 3-2 Clattenburg Classic of October 2012. So it's been 13 years. So either way, frustrating game, looking to be what is coming our way. 5th place Chelsea versus 16th place Manchester United. Can't believe it. We're playing at Stamford Bridge. Where else? It's going to be a lovely evening for football. We're talking mid-60s football weather. This guy's already shaking his head. Doesn't want to take the trip down to Chelsea. It's a lovely part of town. We've been over there quite a few times.
I can't do this anymore.
So hang in there. We're taking
this team is killing me.
We're getting a nice summer break.
Hey, I don't even want to watch the Chelsea game.
I don't want to watch it either.
It's like I don't even like give me some food.
Give me some food.
It's like showing up to the firing squad.
That's the best part.
Just like how many times can I just get like give me a break?
Alex searching the good restaurants before the game is more fun these days than watching football because this team is so bad. So I hope we win. Imagine, you think it's bad now? What if we break down like, hey, Tottenham Hotspurs 4, Manchester United 2 at the San Moms Arena.
That pot ain't dropping, bro. That pot ain't dropping. If you lose that final, having like a summer break. Let's go. Let's like get some food here.
Okay, let's get some. We're eating bougie. We're at the Cattegat Arms bougie pub in a very, very bougie part of town.
You like that egg thing? What's that egg thing?
Scotch egg. It's delicious.
You're like a big Scotch egg fan.
If it's good, it's good. That looks.
It's like meat and an egg fried.
It's like an egg covered in sausage, then deep fried. You know, it has to fit this color. It's fucking good, bro. Everything in England's about like heavy drinking. Look at that fish and chip. That looks good. Fish and chips.
Hey, I like fish and chips. Big fish and
looks
chips.
very good. Like tartar sauce, little Sunday. So Kyle, get this guy a Sunday roast. Get this guy a Sunday roast.
I don't know that carrot.
That looks good though. I mean, that's a stunner piece of fish.
Like you picked that up with your hand, just like right there.
So tell us about the Blues. Tell us about Chelsea FC. Tell us about our favorite club.
Hello. Chelsea's success is fucking hollow. All that money you took from the big Russian crook, and you'll never win
3 in a row.
Oh, sir, just like Manchester United. We know we don't like them. They play in West London, sir. They got a bunch of rivalries. Maresca, the manager. But ultimately, it comes down to the fact they've been down on hard times. Todd Bowley took him over. He's kind of talk about owners that are characters. They're like selling assets of the team to themselves and counting FFP. You gotta love the ingenuity. But
America,
we should not be in the dumps, and Chelsea are about where they probably deserve to be. They have these crazy long contracts with all these players. Is it working? I guess you can say it's kind of working. They did fire their manager confidently. They fired Pochettino confidently after the end of last season. Ineos, I would say if you look at both clubs where Chelsea diverged is they actually I want to say Pochettino finished strong and they sacked him. Erik ten Hag finished like limping and then won the FA Cup final. We kept him. Clearly Chelsea made the right move. They rebuilt with Maresca and he's getting the best out of what they have. I think the thing that Chelsea does well is they sign great talent. And if the manager can't get the best out of what they have, they fire them. Manchester United always try to build a new team every time we hire a manager, and that philosophy has killed us. So maybe there's something in what Chelsea has done. Ineos probably regrets not firing Ten Hag. and trying to build the Eric Ten Hag team. And right now we're trying to build the Ruben Amorim team, just like we built the Louis Van Gaal team, just like we built the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer team. Maybe we should build like Manchester United and then hire the best coach to coach Manchester United. So at the end of the day, the Chelsea philosophy might work well at Manchester United because we do it the wrong way.
No, what you could definitely give Bowley some credit is that they've been decisive. Like they pick a lane, they go for it, and they stick with it until it's not working, and then they rip the Band-Aid off. They're like quick to move, and they make big moves. Obviously, they have a lot more dough to throw around than
But they signed the players, and then they're like, you have to coach these players. And if you don't like, by the way, Pochettino didn't want to coach them, and they got rid of him. And they're like, hey, Maresca, we might give you some guys on the margin, but this is the team. Get the best out of them. If you can't, you're gone. And United doesn't have that. That's why Ashworth coming in should have been that for United, where it's like, this is the United team. We need a manager to coach this team. And instead, we hired a manager that needs a new team, and we don't have money to buy it, which is why being a United fan is fucking hell on earth right now.
Because this is the director of football approach. Is that you just sign players that makes the best squad possible, and then you can find a manager that can work with it instead of, like you said, building a squad from coach to coach and playing style to playing style, which is we've suffered from. In addition to poor recruitment, I think they paid up big, but they paid up for top talents and not spent 85 on a Anthony or fucking 70 on a Rasmus Højlund. Let's talk about their manager, Enzo Maresca, 45-year-old Italian coach. He's a Guardiola protege in their youth title winning side. After retiring, he joined City's side up after he retired as a player, and he was the head of their elite development squad that won the Premier League 2 title in 2021. He served on the first team during the treble winning season. He was a promotion specialist, joined his first full-time job at Leicester, and saw the team that was relegated from Leicester go right back up, clinching the championship in the 23-24 season with 97 points. And he got handed the job, 5-year job, in July of 2024. They're in 5th place. Like I said, they finished last year in 6th, so it's working. It's working a lot better than it is working at United, and it's probably the first real signs of promise since Abramovich. Yeah, of course.
Honestly, he could get him into Champions League and get sacked.
They got a high standard. They're not fucking. The squad is stacked. We'll get into the squad in a minute. But the standards are very high. They've recruited. They paid a lot of money, but they have recruited well. Cole Palmer is like one of the great signings of the last 5 years, pulling in from City. Let's talk about Enzo Maresca's tactics. Excuse me. Hoo-ha. He likes to switch around. 3 of the back, 3-2-4-1 or 3-2-5 on the ball. And they morph from back 4 to back 3 with inverted fullbacks and the goalkeeper, Roberto Sanchez, heavily involved. They like to do positional play and short pass overloads. So a lot of rapid short connections, using inside rotations to funnel the ball through the midfield before switching to the wingers 1v1. They've got a lot of attacking wingers that have a lot of danger at their foot, and they're heavy controlling the possession side. They average 58% possession, second only to City, and they like to play a very high line with patient build-up. They're a stubborn team to break down. We've had a shit record at the Bridge. Frustrating game coming our ways on Friday when it's really all about next week. So let's get into that squad. It's stacked. Cole Palmer, Jesus, 130 million pounds, dude, ice cold. What a player he is. They got talent coming out of everywhere. Moise Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Levi Colwell, Nicholas Jackson, Pedro Neto. A lot of good players. Lavia, Gusto, Cucurella. So they've been buying players left, right, and center. And yeah, they're gonna be fleet of choice. They also have Jaden Sandwich at their team. I don't know if that deal.
$5 million. They want to return him. That's like literally today. He's coming back, bro.
Of course,
him and Rashford coming back. They're both coming back. Him and Rashford coming back.
They all come back. That's your relegation set.
$5 million to give him back. How much you selling him for?
Nothing. You won't be able to.
They're gonna pay you money to give Sancho back. Take those wages, dude.
Donny Van de Beek style deal.
We're gonna loan him to Dortmund and pay Dortmund for him to play for them. That's what will happen to Jadon Sancho. We will take the $5 million Chelsea gave us, and then we will give it to Dortmund so he doesn't play for Manchester United. That's genius.
We're in hell, sir.
Sure, that's it. Dielinho's cooked up. Instead of taking less than 25
nobody was buying him last year, by the way. Like,
sold him for real cheap.
Real cheap.
Take his wages.
Yeah. They'll do it this year. They're gonna do Donny Van de Beek, just give away
now
deal.
It's even worse. Now it's even, my point is this whole deal where they sold him and then it's like, just kidding, because Ineos was the one who puffed that up in the press that they did the deal and that they have to buy them, and then all of a sudden the return clause came out. It's like it's fucking bullshit.
Ain't nothing going our way these days, my man. Only one loss in the last
It's a
6
shit deal.
games.
That's a shit deal, but from Ineos, you're
Okay, well,
seeing it.
let's see if it actually gets converted because at the end of the day, they lost very recently. They had a red card against Newcastle, but otherwise they have not lost in the last 5. They advanced, of course, to the final of the Conference League. They beat Liverpool. They beat Everton. They beat Fulham, and they tied Ipswich. So they're in very decent form compared to United. Our historical record. Let's get into it. We have won 83, drawn 57, lost 56. First time we played, 1905, 0-0 in League Two. Most recently, it's been less favorable for Manchester United. 2 draws, 2 wins, and a loss. And most importantly, haven't won in Stamford Bridge since 2012, sir. So I don't think we're getting a win anytime soon. Sir, who are we watching? Who's the player to watch? Who else? Look at that. Look at that haircut.
Born in Manchester, Manchester United fan. I'd love to see Cole Palmer at Manchester United. I wouldn't write it off. 2 players I believe who will wear the Manchester United red. I think Harry Kane and I think Cole Palmer. I think that's always in the stars. Harry Kane coming back. If we can get our stuff in order, that'd be a great player.
Should have gone for him.
I think Cole Palmer should be wearing red.
I mean, because that's the only way we'd be able to get him. We never would have been able to sign him from City, but we can sign him from Chelsea. And boy, would we like to have him in our squad. He's cooled off a little bit from last year, where he was definitely the best player in the league. He's still one of the best players. He has 15 goals, 9 assists in the league, but still a constant threat in that Chelsea side. Let's get into the start.
Celebration in the league.
He's probably the best player in the league.
Celebration in the league by far. Like, that's a good one. All the goal celebrations go. Like that's a good one.
It's so good because he's such a goofy fucker. I mean, he's such a goofy bastard and he's so good that it's like the combo where you'd be like, this guy looks like he, works at McDonald's, but he's one of the best players in the Premier League. 11. Let's get that 11, sir. Who scares you? You got Sanchez, Cucurella, Lavian Fernandez, Cole Palmer, Neto, Maduke. Jackson will be unavailable. He got an injury. There's some long-term absentees because of injuries. Fofana, Kellyman, and Slamino, Murdic. Like I said, Jackson suspended. Anuku and Gui remain 50-50. So they're going to have a pretty strong squad. They always have a pretty strong squad. Jaden Sandwich, he's going to be lone tied. We're not going to get to see him jog around the field for 45 to 60 minutes. He's like, I'm good. Okay, keep going. All right, this is the
L's we can eat. Like, honestly, like there's only so many L's we can eat. I'm sick. Like, it's just like all this team is just eating L's. Like eating shit. Ineos sold him. Oh wait, they didn't sell him. Let's eat that L. Okay,
that's a bad one. That's a bad L.
How are we doing? That's a bad. The fact that they tried to shine that up and said that they like did this great deal, and then it turns out that it's horrible.
He's the most important of the 3 to dish. He's the most important to get rid of.
Of course he is. They would have taken you could have got him off the books for half that, and they try to get cute.
We should pay them 5. We'll pay you 5 to take them.
How can we sell who we need to sell if we have to start? We can't do that much work this summer. We have to move off of Sancho and Rashford, and then we got to start trying to figure out what to do with Hoyland. It's like, no, you can't do all those deals in a summer. They can't. Way. So if you're dealing with Rashford and Sancho, that's like 2 players that you're not going to get gone that are already on the team. Assuming if someone buys Anthony, which like everyone's going to be like haggling like crazy. Like they're going to know that no one's going to bid high for Anthony.
Nope.
The only player that has an outstanding like high watermark bid is Garnacho. It's going to be this summer is like crux of the biscuit for Ineos, and you're going to see how they deal with it. And I have a feeling it's going to be brutal. Shouldn't.
They're also like not straightforward deal. It's not like selling Aaron Wan-Bissaka to West Ham. It's like Sancho Anthony, Rashford, they have hair on it. That's like, those are not, and those are deals that when you have a deal, you just take it. You don't look for a great deal. You just look for a deal. You just try to get them fucking off the books. Let's talk about on the books. Let's talk about the bluffers that started against West Ham. So then give me your changes. Spine and net, Maz, Euro, and Shaw as the back three. Diallo and Amos for your wing backs. Ugarte and Bruno were the holding two. Mainu, Mount, Hoyland. What changes are we making in advance of Chelsea, given that it's all about, the game 6 days later, 5 days later in Bilbao?
I think you got to play the team in Bilbao. I think Onana comes in. I think you put Maguire, Shaw, Maz, and then you got to go Dogu on the right and Amos on the left. Because the Euro injury, and then you got to go Ugarte, Casemiro. You're not going to give Casemiro 90. You're not going to give Bruno 90. You're not going to give Garnacho. Then you got to put Garnacho, Bruno, and Hoyland, and then you got to run it, and then you got to give the big dogs rest. Like Hoyland's young, doesn't need a rest. Mazraoui probably needs a blow, but the Euro injury adds pressure. You got to give minutes and fitness to who is going to start that game. And I think you got to play pretty. Chelsea's a good watermark to see, 45 to 60 minutes out of this team, see what they got.
It's a good test. I think Chelsea's a lot better than the team we'll be playing, but yeah, I'm not going to try and make a prediction about the 11. I have no idea where he's going to go. Strong, like you're thinking, which is probably the smart move, is like get the legs in you, because we do want to have some momentum going. You don't want to have Casemiro not played in 2 weeks, because he's got to rev up that old engine.
Yeah, but so where does Ahmad play in the final? Are you starting Ahmad? Are you subbing Ahmad? Are you playing Ahmad at wing back with Mazraoui at right center back? I mean, the answer, you saw West Ham.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'd play him where Mainu is. I'd play Maz as the right wing back, and then, I don't know, Lindelof.
Drop Garnacho?
Yeah, bring Garnacho off the bench, because right now Ahmad looks more threatening of the two. Garnacho's had a better season because he hasn't got injured, but Ahmad, I think the danger level he offers, I don't think anyone else on the team does.
Bruno, Ahmad, and Garnacho front three.
I like that. I like that too. I think he wants a big fucker like Hoyland, though, to try and do something with the ball. He's not going to not play that big oaf up front, bro.
See him biting his finger on the bench? He looked like he was having an episode. Ambrose.
Sorry, did you see the presser? He was fucking mad, bro. He hasn't been that mad since January. Because I think Europa League is shielded over some things, then he knows this team is inches away from just losing, getting beat up by Spurs, bro. Ange ball. Sir, it's gonna be there will be no pod if we lose. That's the funniest thing. There will be no pod. We'll see you in July, bro. Let's get the odds. They are deep odds. I mean, there's a wide spread. Minus 290 for Chelsea, plus 450 for the draw, plus 650 for United on the road. Sir, you're up. Not many left. You got a nice commanding lead.
Sir, what happened to the American Red Devils podcast? It's I don't know, that we lost to Tottenham in the final. They never podcasted again.
You guys okay? No, we're not okay.
What happened? No,
not okay.
That was it. 7 years straight, all the way. 1 European final to 3 Europa League finals, sir. 3 Europa League finals. It's give me a break,
sir. That Villarreal final was paid. That's the ultimate loss bet. That ARD, if this ARD survives this season, the best bet is you have to rewatch the whole game plus the penalties. That was brutal. The 98th minute Fred sub.
Honestly, the issue with this whole thing is that it's you want to be doing well and then get to a final.
No shit.
You don't want to be playing horribly, melting down, and then be in a it just, there's too much on the line. It's too nervy. Chelsea 4-1.
Damn. You took my prediction.
Chelsea 4-1. It's good.
You took my prediction. All right, I'm gonna do 3-1. I think we held it one tighter, but we're definitely losing. Let's see, 1-3. We both call lost 1-31. Yeah, that's very possible. This Iceman, I'll tell you what, Cole Palmer's he's gonna be so cold that motherfucker needs a parka. He's gonna be I'm cold. Lindelof and Evans and Fredrickson getting cooked back post Onana, shipping 4 or 5. Woo, sir.
Honestly, it's funny because everyone listens to me put me out there. It's you know what? I think it's time.
No, it's not.
It's time. I think it's time.
So this guy's running this morning. You pulled your calf. You're like, you think you could go full?
I could go. I could go.
I rate you, sir. I rate you.
Hoyland, yeah, you should get me in there. Yeah, like I put you in there, sir.
Honestly. I think you'd score. I think you'd hit one of the chances today against the West Ham game. I think you'd get a goal.
Yes.
Yes. This guy. Yes. Never played high level football.
Can't be as bad as Hoyland.
Yeah, he's bad. He's gonna start the final. Sir,
I have self-awareness. I think is the difference, sir. What do you got?
Tell us about the pod.
Tell us about the pod. You should subscribe to us on YouTube. See if we post another podcast after the Europa League final. Hopefully it will be a glorious day. Like, subscribe, comment below. Let us know what you think about the Chelsea game. Get us your score predictions. Grab some merch at americanreddevils.store, sir. We also got a Patreon page, patreon.com/americanreddevils. Also check out our website, americanreddevils.com. Like on socials. Help the pod. It's been a rough go, sir. Give us some 5-star reviews. Alex will ship you some free merchandise, sir. Give us our top 10 downloads the last 7 days.
Number 1, how you doing? How you doing? Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, California, Oslo, Norway, Dublin, Ireland, Melbourne, Australia, Brooklyn, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, Manchester, England, New York, and last but not least, Charlotte, North Carolina. Appreciate all American Devils listening week in, week out. We got a buzzsaw. We got a date with a buzzsaw on Friday Night Football, Stamford Bridge. Just like chainsaw, chopping in half. Oh, you wanted to have confidence going in?
Usually when we think we're going to get killed, we don't. And then when we think we're going to win, like we thought we were going to beat West Ham, it's like this team's just like head faking you every way, so
we should definitely go into the Spurs game thinking we're going to get stomped.
I think that would be the most fitting thing ever. So, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in the stomped category.
I'll be there. Hey, sir, we'll be there with you regardless. And if we're not, we'll see you in July. Appreciate all the American Devils listening week in, week out. Couldn't do without you. It's been a long season, been a tough season, but we appreciate you being there by our sides. Greatest club in the world. Someday we'll be back. Might be decades away, but thanks to each and every one of you. And we'll see you next time with all the best news about Manchester United. Someday. We'll be back at some point talking about the greatest club in the world from this side of the pond. Appreciate every one of you. Have a terrific week. On to Chelsea.